Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have The Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levenseller. So funny enough, today I'm recording this, so pretty much yesterday I'm filming this in May, so you know. So this is part of my June TBR, but I'm filming this in May because I am quite ahead of myself. But I read this book literally in one day. I did not want to put the book down. The book was so intriguing to carry on reading. I wanted to find out what happened next. I've heard mixed reviews about this, but my reviews are on high top notch on this because I actually adored it. I loved it. I literally cannot believe the way it ended. It sounded like the way it was going, there was going to be probably another book to it, but no, this is the only book. So, this is the front cover. This is the Shadow. This is the Fairloot book edition, and I can tell you that this is the bookmark from Fairloot. February 2020. Oh, just over a year. I have finally got to this book. I know it took this long, but there was other books I was reading, and that, but that's fine. I'm slowly getting to the other books. But that is fine. So this is the front cover, which is this purple, it's kind of with the sword as well, deep inside, I think. And it was so dedicated and wickedly addictive, what the bottom says in it. Definitely addictive because, like I said, I could not put the book down. So when I first unboxed this on my YouTube channel, I never showed you the actual hardback or the thing. So this is the hardback. And it's got these embroidered roses on top, which I find so cute, like proper cute. And then we have this purple hardback. Then we have the spine, which is in this kind of lettering, which is very pretty. And then here we have our two main characters. So you have Alessandra and Callias. I hope I'm saying those names right. But these look amazing. So Callias is the one who is called the King of Shadows, because he can basically not get injured and hit himself by the shadows. Lysandra is a girl who pretty much comes in trying to win over the king with her unique style. So she's not like one of those girls who has to show off, who does her unique styles of her own outfit. So she designs her own outfits. If she needs help, she has someone else to help her. But this book was absolutely fabulous, and I'm finally glad to say that I have finally read this. So it said they've never found the body of the first and the only boy who have broke my heart, and they never will. That's what she thought. So Alyssa, she fell in love with a guy called Hector. So she gave him her soul, her body, her life to her, until he said that he was pretty much bored of her and didn't want to. He's interested in another girl. So what she did was stabbed him and basically stuffed him to her trunk and dug a very deep hole to the point, basically, so no one can find out. Until later in the book, they find the body of Hector, and the father, I believe, was actually saying that she's the one who killed him, and she was like, no, I didn't, blah, blah, blah. And then Clive was like, I don't care if you killed him or not, will you marry me? And I was like, what? She was like, yes, I did kill him, blah, blah, blah. I was like, holy crap, what the hell? Anyway, Lysandra is tired of being overlooked, but she has a plan to gain power. So when it means tired and overlooked, basically her sister has everything. What she wanted, and all of a sudden, because Lysandra was always playing with men, she was a play around, one of her bedmen, and one of the guys didn't want to say no to her, didn't want to have anything, but she has leverage on him until his father dies and his brother comes king, or the sole heir. And so she's like, you can't do anything. So what he did is bribed her instead, and she was like, I'm not having this. So she pays all his debts, and now she's like, now you have to pay me the 6,000. I was like, ha, bitch. So this person, so Alessandra wants to woo the king, which she does with her unique style. Marry him, she does, out of having the feelings for him. Kill him and take his kingdom for himself. Never happens, but as they were moving her things to his room, finally, at the last of the book, they find a vial of poison. And he was not in the mood. He was not great with guys. Who's going to use poison for? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I was going to use a poison for you and take the king. I was going to kill you and take the kingdom for yourself. But then I fell in love with you. That was it. And that's literally super like, get out my kingdom, get out, I don't want to see you again. Until she realises that Leonardo was actually his brother who supposedly died. And I was like, oh, okay. So she figured it out because when she touched his hair again, by kissing him, she realised that her hand smells like hair dye. And she was like wondering why her hair smells like hair dye until she realises that it's not the right person. And that's how that person ended. No one knows the extent of the freshly crowned Shadow King's power. Some say that he can command the shadows that swirl around him to do his bidding. Others say they speak to him, whispers the thoughts of his enemies. Regardless, Alessandra knows what she deserves. And she's going to do everything within her power to get it. But Alessandra's not the only one trying to kill the king. As he attempts on his love on Mage, she finds herself trying to keep him alive long enough to make him for his heart. And make her his queen, while all struggling to not lose her heart. After all, who's a better for a Shadow King than a cunning, villainous queen? Like, it was so intriguing just to read. Like, since when obviously Karen reading the books, like how these people will come up to her. So Leonardo was actually the one who came up to her first. I saw her at the ball. And then see that she wooed the king, and he was like, oh no, this is not going to work. So he has to like kind of pretend. So there was something out of the ordinary. I was like, okay, there's nothing coming to it. So Callias is his real name, not the Shadow King. Everyone call him the Shadow King because no one knows his real name. Callias is the one. So he's trying to find out who killed his mum and his father. And anyone who was at the castle of the night murder have now been claimed to stay in the palace until he finds out who it is. So we're trying to find out who it is, but then someone is still trying to kill him, trying to end his life as well. Then that's why we find out at the end that Leandros cannot is not who he is. He is, I can't say his name. It's given with a H as well. Heclo, I don't know, but it was obviously Callias' brother, and he's like, why are you trying to kill me? He was like, because I want the throne for myself. I made those people do that, and then so I can easily kill the king, super easily. But I didn't know mother was involved with it or not, so I had to kill her too. What a stubborn ass child. But obviously, Alessandra knew something was wrong, and even though she was sent away, she said, even if he kills me, I don't care, I want to save him. And she did, and he goes, I'm sorry, I didn't realise you killed him for me. Why, even though I was so mean to you. And she was like, it doesn't matter, it took you long enough to realise that I love you. And I was like, oh my god, this is so sweet. And they basically pretty much like lived really happily. And they finally last together. Oh my god, this book was amazing. Okay, I have no words about it, but this book was amazing and I actually fully enjoyed it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book too. Leave a comment down below if you have any think about the book. I definitely like Callias. He's definitely one of my favourite boy characters in this book. And then Alessandra, just badass. I took so in May, the time I'm filming this, Tricia actually put on her Instagram that there was find out what character you are. So I was like, oh, okay, what characters would I be from her books? So as I was going through the questions, not realising I just finished the reading this book, and the character I get was Alessandra. I actually got Alessandra from The Shadows Between Us, not even realised what the questions would be. and I got her, and I was like, oh my god, yes. She is a badass character, and I fully enjoyed her. I could not believe I read this book in one day, in one sitting. I fully enjoyed it. I did not want to put the book down. If I tried to, and I'll try watch something else for a couple of minutes, I would be like pausing it and then want to carry on reading the book. I did not want to put it down. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time because Throne of Glass series is up next. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.